the same as the keywords in the question. Right? Then remember now the structure. Now let me give you an example. I've written you an example here. An example of an introduction. Here it is. Decisions are the seeds of our future, and every action carries an inevitable weight. Full stop. Decisions are the seeds of our future, and every action carries an inevitable weight. You see that statement is a very general statement. In fact, it's not even talking about the Samaritan, it's not talking about or any other thing. It's just a general statement in life. But of course, it is related to the question. Related to the question. Decisions has replaced choices, and the results, the inevitable weight talks about the consequence. Okay. So decisions are the seeds of our future, and every action carries an inevitable weight. Number 2, link to the text. In John Lara's play, The Samaritan, when you write The Samaritan, make sure you underline the word, the title of the play, The Samaritan, the leaders of Maracas municipality operate under the illusion that they are above the law, but later they realize they cannot escape the fallout of their actions. The link to the text. I've just linked the general statement about decisions and the outcomes to the text. I mentioned some people who make certain decisions or who operate in a certain way and the outcome. Okay, and lastly, where is it? So the leaders of Maracas operate under the illusion that they are above the law, but later they realize they cannot escape the fallout of their actions. Full stop. Okay, that is the link to the text. Okay, and lastly, state what the essay will explore. This essay will look at how every decision we make has an effect, whether positive or negative. Full stop. Okay, that is an introduction. It has the general statement, just related to the question, of course, answering the question. In fact, it is paraphrased. Number 2, link the general statement to the text. After you've linked it, tell us what the essay is going to talk about. Just 3 things, maximum of 5 lines, and you're done. That is the introduction. Now, let us go to the body. So for our question, it has not limited us. We can use several characters. We can use Ramdai, you can use Seima, you can use Mosi, Bembe, Nicole. You choose whoever you want to use because it has not limited you. Okay, so we have those characters 4. Then the topic sentence, here it comes. The topic sentence, so this is the first sentence of a paragraph. Okay, this statement must answer the question. Remember that this topic sentence must answer the question. For example, we say choices have consequences. So you must see the character that we've chosen, pick a character, okay, the choice that the person made, and the consequence of that action. That thing should be in I think maximum of 1.5 lines. I should see a full stop, not 4 lines. I see a full stop after 4 lines when you're writing an essay. That one is not okay. The topic sentence will not be clear. So this was surely a straightforward sentence, the first sentence in a paragraph, and it must answer the question. Okay. For instance, for our case, I have one here for you. I've written an example here. Says that is about Ramdai. So Ramdai choice to prioritize personal enrichment through corruption ultimately leads to his public downfall. Okay. Ramdai's choice to prioritize personal enrichment through corruption ultimately leads to his public disgrace or downfall. Full stop. I've said the character Ramdai, what the choice is, and what the effect of the consequence is. 3 things in the topic sentence. If you read it, it has answered the question that there is a choice and there is a consequence. And of course, who did it? Ramdai. So this is a skill. You must train yourself how to generate topic sentences. Clear, direct, and must answer the question. So that is the topic sentence. Then about the illustrations, this is what I call the evidence or the actions now. This illustration, or sometimes even the background information, you're providing background information about this topic sentence. You're going to describe things, the elements of this topic sentence. For example, we talk about Ramdai, using because of his selfish desires, he he engages in corrupt deals. So describe those corrupt deals that I did. That is now the evidence that they must come from the text. In fact, if you've read the text several times, you might have the specific wordings of the in the play and you put it there as evidence. That one shows that you've read the text. And don't tell us rumors. For instance, you see, Ramdai did a lot of bad things. I'm telling you, a lot of bad things. That is rumors. That is nonsense. So ensure you say the exact. If you say you did corrupt things or bad things, mention the bad things that Ramdai did, and that requires you to have read the text several times so that you understand or you memorize whatever way Ramdai did. Okay, so this one is just to give evidences or give the explanation or the background information on the topic sentence. You describe it now fully. You narrate there what happened. And now, lastly, you have this concluding line, the clincher, which gives now the effect. This one gives now the effect stroke the consequence, the effect stroke the consequence of the actions. See, topic sentence. You state what you're going to talk about. Must answer the question. It is clear. 2, illustration, describe whatever happened in this topic sentence, how it happened, do it all. And lastly, give the final outcome, the effect of these actions. What were the results, the end results of these actions, of course, of this person. Okay, so I'm going to read one paragraph for you so that you see a fully developed paragraph. Okay, I'm just using again Ramdai. So Ramdai's choice to prioritize personal enrichment through corruption ultimately leads to his public disgrace or downfall. As the deputy mayor and municipal secretary in charge of the Department of Fiscal Infrastructure, Ramdai awards lucrative construction tenders of roads, pavement, waterways to his companies and those of his relatives. In turn, they only dig up a few kilometers of roads, pour black oil, and claim they have been tarmacked. As a result, the roads look like battlefields where bombs have been detonated, and even tractors can get stuck there. In addition, Ramdai prints fake title deeds and sells the plot to 10 unsuspecting buyers. All this is to amass wealth for himself. Ultimately, Ramdai pays for his crimes. He is outmaneuvered by Morsi and arrested by the Anti-Corruption Investigation Bureau. Have you heard? So that is a structure of and a sample of the body. A topic sentence which is very clear. At least 2 illustrations. I've picked one from the one for misuse of his office, and another one for his selfish gain of selling the land to 10 different people. At least 2 evidences, and I've explained that. And lastly, the clincher, the result, the outcome of that. What is it? For the first act, it is the roads look like abandoned battlefields, and for the second act, the result is that, of course, he is arrested. In the end, he's arrested. He's arrested in the end. So that is the body. And now, lastly, we have the conclusion, which has these elements. I'm going to read also a sample of a conclusion so that you see what it entails. I've written here a sample. Yeah, conclusion. So, in conclusion, the Samaritan proves that selfish choices inevitably leads to public disgrace or downfall. From up to there, I have restated the statement or the claim or the assertion, even without repeating the exact wording that choices. Indeed, choices have consequences. Someone may say like that, but you can also find a way of restating the assertion creatively. So, in conclusion, the Samaritan proves that selfish choices inevitably lead to public disgrace or downfall, full stop. We must therefore prioritize integrity over greed and hold those in power accountable. Ultimately, building a just society requires every individual to choose honesty for the sake of the collective good, full stop. So again, the conclusion is just like around 5 lines, maximum 5 lines, and we are done with it. So just restate the claim, give that the moral aspect, and call for action. What should we do to better the society? So this is what I'm calling the structure of an essay. It's quite simple. You only need to know the introduction, the body, and conclusion. Number two, what is in the introduction, general statement, the link to the text, what the essay will be about. In the body, 4 paragraphs, that means 4 points. The topic sentence, it should be clear, should be answer the question. Two, at least 2 illustrations or evidence. You narrate clear the background information of what happened about this topic sentence. Then the clincher, giving the effect or the outcome of this action that we just talked about here. And lastly, the conclusion, where you restate the statement or assert the claim, then give the moral aspect, and now call for action, what we should do to better the societies. That is the structure of an essay. Okay, and I think I'll give you one. I'll go and draft one so that in the next video I'll read a full sample of an essay so that you see how it is given. Okay, so thank you, and let's meet in the next video.